Come out and see these great drums at Atlanta Drum Shop.
Hello, Michael Vosbine on the floor of the brand new Atlanta Drum Shop, where we're having quite a shindig here. And I happen to run into an old friend that I've just met, actually, but I've known about him for a long time, Robert Boone Jr. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I've been looking to run into you because you live in Atlanta.
I do.
And you've been doing a very cool gig lately. What's that gig?
Count Basie Orchestra. Yes, sir.
I've been hearing a lot about you.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's some heavy shoes to step into.
Absolutely.
You were raised on the whole Basie big band thing?
Pretty much, yeah. Once around like middle school, you start to play those charts in school, and then, you never really stop. Because I did undergraduate and grad school, and Scotty Barnhart was the director, so I got to hear kind of firsthand how a lot of those charts were supposed to sound. So it was great. It's a great experience.
And how about the band? Is it mostly kids or older guys?
It's a mix. There's a few people that are like the last trombonist, that Basie hired, Mr. Basie hired, is still with the band. Carmen Bradford, who's the last vocalist he hired, is still with the band. There's a lot of people that have been there 20, 30 years. And then there's people like me that have only been there 5 years. So
yeah, but 5 years is, a lot of times people do 5 days on a band like that.
Right. You're right.
And
you're
they're
right.
out the door.
I've seen it. Yeah.
You're taking care of business, brother.
You're right.
I got to hear you on this band. I haven't done that yet.
I'm trying to get us down to Atlanta. I'm trying everything I can.
Yeah.
So we'll do it someday.
So
Hopefully.
this isn't like the old days, 50 weeks in a bus, right? You break it up a little bit?
Yeah, it's definitely broken up. But it's great for all of us because we have lives at home. We're able to teach. And
you have a life of your own?
I do. Believe it or not, yeah. So, but it's great because we're out a little bit, and then we come back for a bit, and then we go back out, and it's cool.
That's
good balance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite tune in the book?
Freckleface for sure.
Freckleface.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
Or Whirly Bird. I mean, the big drum solo at the end.
Some barn burners.
Yeah. Right. So that's always a good thing.
All right. So how long are you in town this time around?
I'm here for another month or so, and then I'm out.
Mm-hmm. And where are you in town? Where do you live?
Like Marietta.
I'm in Woodstock.
Oh, really? Okay.
We got to hang, bro.
We got to hang, and we will.
We got to hang.
Nice meeting you.
All right.
Today.
Well, I'm just doing a few minutes here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hoodwink into a moment. All right, Michael Vosbine live and in person on the floor of the Atlanta's newest, greatest drum shop, Atlanta Drum Shop. And I have happy to see a young face here who is also a woman.
Yes.
What's your name? Lola?
Yes, Lola Nico.
I'm just meeting you today.
Yes, you are.
But we need more women in this field, and I'm delighted to see you here.
You're right. Thank you.
So what's your drum deal?
I've been playing for 18 years.
Beautiful.
Professionally for about 9. And I love playing funk the most. I love James Brown and Stevie Wonder, and I love reggae too. And I moved to Atlanta.
From where?
From Florida.
Okay, did you go to school down there?
I did. I graduated from the University of North Florida.
It's a great school.
Bachelor's in Music Performance.
Good for you. And you're living in Atlanta now?
Yes, I am. So I'm breaking into the scene.
Are you gigging?
Yes, I'm gigging here. And I'm mainly pursuing my social media. I make a lot of drum videos, and I teach here as well.
Beautiful. Well, I do drum videos and all that, and I'm always anxious to meet another person. What do you do? Interviews or instructional, or what's the focus of? Give us a plug. What's the name of
I
your
guess
stuff?
I make entertainment videos. I just play along with songs, my own version of them, try to make them original. And there are people who want to know, my fills that I use, and so I'll gladly teach them. And I teach younger kids too, beginners.
And where do we find you?
My Instagram is lola.drums. Pretty simple. And
you have a YouTube channel too?
I do. It's just Lola Nico, I believe. Instagram is my main platform, though.
Lola, spell that for us.
Lola.
And
Nico is Nico.
Nico, C-O, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want anybody to go Nikko or anything.
Yeah,
like
no.
That. All right. Well, it's wonderful to meet you, and I'm sure we'll run into each other and all kinds of people here at this drum shop. And
yes, the drum shop is great. It's amazing. It has awesome stuff here, and I'm excited to possibly teach here.
Beautiful. All right, Lola. Well, thank you for your time, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Michael Vosbine back at you from the floor of Atlanta's newest drum shop, the Atlanta Drum Shop, hence the name, Atlanta Drum Shop.
It makes sense.
With my longtime stalwart buddy, John Charlton. Hey, John, how are you?
Good. Good to see you, man.
Same here.
It's been a minute.
I know. Well, we had a little pandemic in the middle of that.
That's true.
Kind of curbed the gigging thing for a while.
It definitely put a damper on things.
You staying around, staying alive? So I
It's
hear you
good.
working. You're doing a thing.
I don't know why, but the idiots keep hiring me.
Fooled
Thank
him-
you, idiots.
Fooled him again, right?
I hope only drummers see this.
Well, sometimes musicians watch it too.
Yeah,
Ah.
that running joke.
So what's your steady? You have a steady band, right?
I do. I have, since I decided to be done with the road, I've been able to stay here in town with a group called the Rupert's Orchestra, which
Oh,
has
yeah.
been around forever.
It goes way back.
Corporate stuff and wedding stuff and all that.
It's a good
And
band, man.
It's great.
It's a big book too, right?
Yep. We probably have 1900 charts.
And they're charts too,
Charts.
which is
Legit.
pay attention to that, folks.
Yeah.
It's charts.
Drums, horns, everything. Like dedicated charts. It's nice. We don't, I try to get out of that
Of
as soon as
course.
possible, but
Right.
that, and then I'm at Church of the Apostles, which is a real nice, steady broadcast gig, so it's pretty cool.
So that's on Sunday mornings
it is
on
Yeah.
some cable channel, or where would people find that?
No, I think depending on where it's at in the world, some cable, some different. It's just different
Mm-hmm.
settings. There's a ministry called Leading the Way
All right.
that is kind of more of an international thing. And
Beautiful. And who's your bass player in there?
this guy named Joe Rita. I've
know
known
that
him for a
name.
day or two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually, I just posted our 40th anniversaries this month. We met as freshmen in college auditioning for jazz band,
Wow.
and we played together for 40 years.
Still play
now.
together.
And I don't need to tell you, there's nothing that is better than that.
I did a gig, as you know, at the Ritz in Buckhead here for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
People say, why'd you stay so long? I'd say Jerry Trice. I had a bass player that was Buddy's bass player.
I was going to say, he played with a drummer or two that had some talent.
Yeah, I mean, I worked with him for years, and every now and then I'd still hear stories about when he knew Gene. Or
I met, as a matter of fact, when we met, you were playing with Jerry there.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was
Well,
way
that's
back.
why I stayed so long.
Yeah.
So I understand the relationship you're talking about.
It's the best, and it helps. He's an incredible guy. Shout out to Joe. Love you, man.
You doing some
That makes
teaching?
my life pretty easy because we do 80% of our gigs together.
Beautiful, man. Are you teaching?
No, I'm not a teacher.
It's okay.
It's
That's cool.
it's never been my calling, and I think I also have a little bit of anxiety about it because I feel like I'm not like my technique and all that is average.
I know what
at
you
best.
mean. I know what you mean.
And I kind of feel like after you get past about an intermediate with a student, like how does Dave Weckl play that? And I'd be like,
Yeah,
I don't
beats
know.
me. Yeah, I hear you. I don't push myself after that level. When they get to
Yeah.
that level, we send them to those guys.
We know who to send them to.
That's
for
right,
Sure.
yeah.
But teaching it's just not really. Like, I think mentoring maybe is a little more
Mm-hmm.
my thing. Like I've had some young guys I take under my wing, and it usually is more about just common sense stuff that being on time, being prepared.
How to live as a working, gigging musician.
Yeah.
There's a lot to that.
There
that if
is.
you don't, Ralph Peterson, bless his heart, passed away, used to say, if you're not set up a half an hour before the gig, you're late.
That's right. I am a huge proponent of that. And a lot of it is too, like being able to relax and being able to settle down and all that. I see people that show up late, frazzled.
I always hated that. And
But
I
there's a
lived
lot
in-
of these kids need to learn that.
Of course they do.
In this day and age now too, with chops being so, it's like, man, there's way more to it than that.
Right. I used to live in Los Angeles, and it might be like if you went to the wrong side of this building, you have to go 3 lefts and back in. That's 45 minutes.
That's right.
You know,
You better know.
You better know that that's
That
what's
is-
happening.
That's one thing I do love about not having left town much anymore is there's not a venue I'm not pretty aware of. at
Pretty
this
aware of,
point,
yeah.
so-
You know how the easy ones and the easy ins and outs and the
Yeah.
hard ones, like the back of Smith's Old Bar.
Oh, no. Not
People
for
don't
me.
know Smith's Old Bar is legendary in Atlanta because it's got 2 flights of emergency fire escape metal stairs
Yeah.
up the back.
And for the longest time, half of the large bolts holding them were missing. So you're walking up those stairs like teetering on.
Please don't let this thing fall.
Oh my God! What's interesting about Smith's Old Bar? Tom Gross told me They used to carry a B3 up the front steps there, and I'm like, nah. No.
Well, these are drum gigs from hell like that.
No doubt.
When I lived in L.A. at one point, if you played on the Queen Mary, which was permanently moored, you had to park your car behind the Spruce Goose and come up through a labyrinth of service elevators, and people were just not doing gigs there because of how hard it was to get in and out.
Somebody told me the airport gig now is like that. You got to
is?
go through a lot of.
I played that one.
It
at
makes
the
perfect
airport.
sense. You'd have to.
In the Atlanta Airport Terminal, they hire bands, and we've all done those. In the international one, they had to take everything. They looked in every case, and Well, I play gigs. You probably have too, where the president is there. President's there or something, and they want to look in every drum. And say, well, I wish those were clear heads, so we didn't have to take the head off and look in it.
I've always been of the mindset I'd rather them do that than not.
Of course.
But
unless you're late.
In any event, man, here we are. This is going to be awesome.
Isn't this great?
So needed. We've been void of a shop for quite a while now.
I know. We had Ed Hamrick at Atlanta Pro Percussion for many years, and he finished that up and has since passed away. Friend to all of us in the industry.
Yeah.
And we've been in sore need of a place like this. And I'm going to do a little tour with the camera later on so everybody can see how great it is. John Charlton, thanks for coming by.
Thanks,
brother.
Mike. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you.
See you on the flip side somewhere.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye-bye. Back on the floor of the hippest place on earth today in Atlanta, Georgia, on this Labor Day 2023 at the Atlanta Drum Shop. And I've just run into my friend Brian Stevens. How are you today?
I'm great, Michael. How are you?
I can't complain, man. What's going down?
Man, just keeping the mortgage paid. That's it. That's exactly all that is happening. Wake up every day and figure out how to pay another bill.
I wake up every day and I read the obits. If I don't see my name, I have a nice breakfast.
Good. Yeah, man, it really is that. It's just a matter of, in today's world, it's about finding your place in the world, finding stuff that you love doing, and waking up every day excited to get to do it. If you get to the end of the day and you're dog tired and you're excited about what you did, to me, that's a successful day.
I agree. One time I was at a trade show, and it's the end of the day at NAMM, and it's a zoo, and I sit down at a kid at the booth, and I'm just playing really soft, and Jeb Hamilton walks up and he says, "Washes off the dust of the day."
I love that.
Which is an old Art Blakey line.
Yeah.
And he knew that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
Not trying to do anything, just close my eyes and center.
Yeah.
Focus on around a drum set.
Yeah.
Well, Brian's a great drummer, and you do social media, you do video.
I got a recording studio and a production company, and I put more energy, as we've been talking, more energy into my YouTube channel. So if you go to brianstevens.com/YouTube, you
tell them where it is. Tell them where it is.
Check all the new videos out, and making video lessons for a teaching site I started not too long ago called Drum Corner. It's at drumcorner.net. But just trying to, at this point, in addition to doing sessions and playing gigs and keeping the mortgage paid, it's about trying to find a way to give back for 30 plus years of knowledge and experience and schooling. How do I turn around and at least make it available for people that are curious? That really is all it is.
We're in the same boat, man.
Yeah.
Gigs for decades.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of them. What do you want to do? You want to keep playing. You want to have fun. You want to give back.
Of course.
You want to be part of the drum community, which brings us to the idea of a drum shop.
Yes. Yeah, and Atlanta has needed this for so long. Mm-hmm. A hub where we can come. And we've had that through the years. Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the first places that I visited, because I had ordered things 30 years ago, before I moved to Atlanta, I bought stuff from Atlanta Pro Percussion.
Right.
And so I already knew the mystique of that place. I already owned things from that shop. So one of the first places I had to visit when I came to Atlanta, thinking about moving here, was Atlanta Pro Percussion. And it was such an incredible hub for all those years, and we've needed that.
Absolutely.
So seeing Michael and the guys putting this place together and seeing all the wonderful people that are here, drummers that you know, drummers you don't know. It's amazing.
I made new friends today. I ran into old friends today.
Yeah.
It's a community, man.
Yes.
That's what it's all about,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Community.
And that's one of the coolest things about Atlanta, because it's a huge town, 10 million people or something, but our slice of that pie is just big enough. It's small, but it's just big enough that everybody can get to know everyone.
Yeah. And the drummers in this town have been very helpful to one another.
Oh, yeah.
You've given me a lot of technical help, and I
Yeah.
know we've passed along information about drums and drumming and gigs and
Definitely.
everything else to the younger cats, and around it goes, and we all help each other out.
Yeah.
You sound great. I love to hear it. I sound great. You love to hear it. It's a love thing, right?
It really is. It really is. And that's the thing I immediately loved about this place almost 30 years ago when I moved here was I immediately when I hit the city limits, I could feel that. Like the vibe here is different.
Well, I moved here from Los Angeles about 30 years ago, and I got all my work from drummers.
Yes.
You can only be in one place on a Saturday night,
That's right.
And we all play different.
Yeah.
And you get 10 great drummers, and a leader's going to like one better than the other, and that's okay, too.
Oh, of course.
We're all friends. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
So I help you, you help me, we help everybody else.
Yeah. It's a wonderful town for that.
Isn't it great?
And now we have our drum shop named after the town, which is even better. So
I love the logo, too.
it really it is.
It looks like a
every
baseball
bit-
thing to me.
It's every bit Atlanta. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And I'm a baseball nut, so there you go. And the Braves
Sports ball
Might
yeah,
be the
I love that
best-
sports ball.
might be the best Braves team I've ever seen. I'll just throw that out there.
I know where the stadium is. That's about as far as I go.
All right. Well, it's good to see you, brother.
It's great to see you.
Good luck to you. We'll talk soon.
RyanSteves.com. You get everything there. See ya.
All right, back at you one more time with my friend Steve Bryant, and we are in Atlanta's newest shop, the Atlanta Drum Shop. Steve, longtime friend, how are you, man?
Doing great, man. It's good to see you, Michael.
Same here. Good to see you again. Steve is the owner of Classic Drummer magazine and drummer around town. A collector.
Yes.
What's your specialty in collecting?
Ludwig Hollywoods.
As if I didn't know.
Yes,
You have a few, don't you?
yes, I do. It's an obsession.
Come up with the mic so we can.
Okay, there you go.
It's not a dream; it's an obsession.
That's right. It's totally different. This place is great.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah, Atlanta Drum Shop. We stopped by for the first time today. It's their soft grand opening, and just a great selection of new and used and vintage drums. The folks around here are really nice. I came in needing a few things, some heads and some accessories. They had everything I needed, and they know what they're talking about. The price is right. Atlanta needed this.
It did, and he has also previously an online presence with used and recycled and renovated, and so I think the two of those together can hold him in good stead.
Yeah, I would say to anyone who's shopping it, it's a little off the beaten path. If you're looking for retail space and a conventional strip center, it's not that. It's more of a little more secluded, semi-industrial office park. It's definitely easy to find with Google. If I can find it, anybody can find it.
Plenty of parking.
Yep, and it's worth it. You come in,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's a nice little oasis in the corner of this spot with some great gear and just some stuff that's amazing. I don't know if Michael will have time to get a shot of this.
I'm going to do a walkthrough in it a little bit.
Yeah, but they have the Neil Peart kit here.
Yeah.
More drums than you can count. It's just an amazing kit.
Quite a conversation piece.
It really is. And the new B3 stuff. I was very pleased. Didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, I saw it a month or so ago in its building stage, and man, it's beautiful. And a full-blown shop, let's not forget, in the
Yes,
back.
exactly
Anything
right.
you need fixed, repaired, updated, modernized, these are the guys that can do it. All right. Anything else you want to throw out?
No, it was just a great way to spend a Memorial Day. And
Labor Day.
Labor Day, exactly
Memorial
right.
Day would be good, too. But that's not today.
I'll be back on Memorial Day. I'll be appearing here on
There you go.
Memorial Day.
We're drummers,
Yeah, so it's again, it's refreshing to see a shop like this open where you can come in and talk to people who know what they're doing, hit on things and actually hear them and feel them, things you can't do online.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
Again, it's congratulations to these guys. Looks like they have a nice operation here.
Indeed. And thank you for hanging, Steve.
It's my pleasure.
Michael Valspon coming at you one more time from Atlanta Drum Shop, the hippest spot going. And I'm not going to pretend we know each other. We just met. But that's one of the great things about a drum shop.
Absolutely.
What's your name, brother?
My name is Larry Wilson. I'm the founder of the Black Gold Orchestra and Sessions Lane Records, one of the jazz record labels in Atlanta.
You got my curiosity piqued. Now, say it again. The Black
Gold Orchestra.
What is that?
We are a 20-piece all-black big band jazz orchestra based right here in Atlanta. We drop our debut album on September 8th on all digital platforms, and we have a release party on September 11th, Monday, September 11th, from 7 to 9 at 37 Main in Avondale Estates. It's going to be a vibe, a crazy experience.
Yeah. Now, where do I find that online?
The information for the event.
Well, for your band or for you.
So you can visit the
Plug it all, man.
You can visit theblackgoldorchestra.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the Black Gold Orchestra. You can find me personally at Larry Wilson Music on Instagram, Larry M. Wilson on Facebook, LarryMWilson.com for my personal website.
I like to get all that out. Now, I'm a big band nut, so tell me about this big band.
So I grew up playing big band music. I've been in performing arts school since the 6th grade. Went all the way through high school. Went to school at FSU playing big band music.
Are you one of those FSU guys?
I'm an FSU guy.
Well, that's a great school.
Yeah, I studied with Leon Anderson.
I keep meeting great players from there.
Yeah, we got quite a lineage out of there. So,
good for you.
So I've been playing big band music, since I was 11. And so I have a huge affinity for big bands.
So where's the music? Who writes it? Is it stock arrangements or arrangements from all the working big bands out there? Is it a bassy bag or is it free? What's it about?
I would say it's pretty progressive, and we feature compositions and arrangements from members of the band, myself included, and we've got a ton of world-class musicians in the band. They tour with some incredible major artists. And they're super, super talented. We got educators, we've got artists, producers. They're all in the band, so they all
want to hear
this.
This is right up my alley.
Oh man,
now, you're a drummer, right?
I'm a drummer. Yeah.
And you're an arranger.
I'm an arranger.
You don't see a lot of those.
Yeah, man, drummer, arranger, producer, all of it.
You're comfortable with a score for a big band?
Yeah, I actually did 2 of the full scores. I did them myself on the record.
Oh, good
so
for
it was
man.
crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah,
that's a whole different skill.
It's a different bag.
I've seen guys do a score on a bus. Transposing for all these instruments.
I call those the gladiators. Those are the soldiers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you teach.
I teach on a not on a like. I don't do it as a business.
Right.
But I have friends that if they need some information, they need to share it, or if they. I'm always available,
right?
And I get asked often about lessons, but my main focus right now is the record label, my production company, and the several bands that I own. So that takes up a lot of time, and then above all that, I have
Good
a family.
For you. Beautiful, man. Yeah. And that's the holy grail there, man. You got it all going.
That's it.
There was a movie called New York, New York with Robert De Niro in it years ago, and I think Scorsese did it. But they said, "What are you looking for?" He's a tenor player.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, I'm looking for my major chord." He said, "What is that?" He said, "Well, I want to have music I believe in to play, enough money to live comfortably, and people to share my life with."
That's so deep. Love that.
Major chord, right?
I love that. I'm taking that, by the way.
What else do you need?
That's all you need.
You can have it. It ain't me. I didn't make it up, but it rings true. Doesn't it?
I love that. I love that. I love that. Yeah.
All right, brother. It was my pleasure to meet you.
Man, thank you so much for having me.
Always new friends at a drum shop.
Absolutely, man.
It's a community.
And this is what's so great about this store. Finally, drummers have a real place where we can go and hang, check out gear. We can meet other cats, and just build this community. We need that.
We need it.
So guitar players, bass players, horn players, we good now. All right? We good now. We got our own space.
That's right.
All right?
All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
You too, man. Thank you.
Back at it on the show floor, not a show floor, a store floor of the Atlanta Drum Shop, the very hip, uber cool place we're all hanging on Labor Day 2023. And I have a new friend I've just met. I think we met before.
Yeah.
Mike O'Brien.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
Same here. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
What brings you here besides, it's a new opening?
Well, my friend John Chalden posted on Facebook that a drum shop's opening up. He's been teasing it for a while, and he said today it's a soft launch, so
right.
I had to come down.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked me what's my affiliation. Nothing, man. I just want to support a good drum shop.
That's amazing.
We need one again. We had a nice one for a long time.
Yeah.
He's now passed away, and Mike Eckert is this guy running this show and this store, and we all wish him a lot of luck.
Yeah, I'm thankful to have a new shop. I am not a drummer. I'm a producer. I'm a church guy here in Atlanta. I help churches.
You're not a drummer?
Get out of here. Kind of. I mean, I can fake it.
You're not a drummer. You're a musician.
I can fake it. I buy drums.
That's an old joke.
So it's great
so
to have a shop
producer?
here.
What do you produce?
I produce rock, Christian, worship music, just a bunch of different things over the past 25 years in my bedroom studio. Been making it happen. But I've been subbing out drums for, since pandemic and maybe even a little longer than that. So it's just good to have a shop here,
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. Where are you going to run if you need pair of brushes or something? Snares or a head or something.
Yeah, and just a place to, like you said, on Spring Road, we had that shop for years and years. It's just nice to be able to go somewhere and put your hands on some stuff and really take young guys. I like taking young guys to drum shops because I'm not a drummer, but I'm a teacher. So I like taking young drummers to shops like this and having them play 10 snare drums, right?
And that wide-eyed look they get.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
It's just, wow, they can actually play with some stuff.
And also a great drum shop, and I think this is going to be one of them, is a community.
Yeah.
We come here because it's a community.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's here. We want to wish Mike luck.
Yeah.
But it's all a community.
I think it's going to be incredible. I already got contacts for teachers and players just being here for 30 minutes. So
there you go.
It's
plenty
amazing.
of drummers. Give you my card? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, man.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to lay on these fine folks?
Well, I'm excited that we've got a shop here in town. It's close enough for everybody. I think we're going to learn a lot through this. I love that it looks like there's a place to fix stuff in the back, like a whole workshop.
That's a big part of this. Mike is coming into this with a lot of experience with a business that's been running for a long time, doing vintage gear, restorations, stuff like that.
That's incredible.
Which I think you need, and also a very strong online presence to make this work.
Absolutely.
And he's got that half of it figured out. So I think he's got a great shot.
Well, thanks for being an advocate for this and asking me to come over.
Man.
Yeah.
You never know. You meet a friend at a drum shop. Just drop in. Thank you, Mike, for your time.
Take care.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
What's your name? No. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Billy Jensen, who is the former owner. You may know him from Classic Drummer magazine.
Yeah.
And now you're at large. The camera's moving on us. No problem. Now you're at large. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good, Mike. Thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
Are you affiliated with the shop here?
Yeah. I met Mike Eckert, the owner of the shop, several months ago through a drum sale, and became friends. And I'm somewhat involved with the shop to a degree. Yeah.
I know there's a whole rack of I call him B3.
Yeah, right.
William F. Ludwig III snare drums here that you had something to do with, right?
Yeah. I actually play WFL3 drums myself, and a good friend of B3, Bill III, and we decided to carry his brand. And because it's a great, he makes a great product, and stand behind it, and I
like to say he's the Ludwig that still makes drums.
Yeah, the only Ludwig that still makes drums.
The only Ludwig that still makes drums.
And probably the last.
Well, we wish him well. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
he sure look up nice guy in a dictionary, and there's a picture of him.
Yeah, it is.
Right next to you.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Mike.
What else you got going
here's
on?
That 20.
Yeah, you got 20 you owe me, all right? You gigging any?
Yeah, I joined up with the Shuffle Junkies, I'd say about 3 months ago. Excuse me, and it's a blues rock band kind of.
I like the name.
Yeah, well, thanks. And so I'm hooked up with the Shuffle Junkies.
Last time I ran into you on a gig, we were at Mad Life or something, right? I was going on, you were coming off, or vice versa? Or?
Yeah, we had played there. I was with a different band, Roger Hurricane Wilson, back then.
Right.
And we did that gig. And
I was sirening somebody's big band. I don't remember who, but it was fun.
Yeah, I remember you popped up next day to pick up something you left over there.
That's right.
Snare.
That's where I ran into you.
Yeah.
That's right. You were coming in, I was going on, I left something.
Yeah. Oh, I love that place, Mad Life in Woodstock.
Isn't that cool?
It's a great place, yeah.
All right, man. Anything else to lay on the people?
Check out Atlanta Drum Shop. It's about time somebody took the reins and opened up this shop. It's great, and it'll continue to grow. And please stop on by and visit and check it out.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you,
Great
brother.
seeing you again,
Same
man.
here. We'll talk
Take
soon.
care.
All right. All right, back on the floor of the Atlanta Drum Shop, the coolest place in town, and I'm meeting a whole bunch of new guys.
Yes, sir.
You work at the store here.
Yes.
Tell me your name.
Ripken Walker.
Love that name, Ripken. Now, what do you do here?
I do a little bit of everything. I do all the online social media stuff. I sell, restore, ship out drums all over the world. So a little bit of everything.
Well, the social media online thing is going to be a giant part of this, I'm sure.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
You got some great stuff planned?
Yeah. Now that we have the space pretty
And a
much
beautiful
outfitted.
space
Yeah.
for it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
So, is anything you can tell me about without having to kill me?
About the shop in general?
No, about
or
your
just-
social media, online. You can do
We're-
some content programming.
We're looking at a couple of things, sort of studying other drum shops and seeing what sort of holes are there
Mhm.
in terms of what sort of content people need, what sort of content people want, because maybe it's something that they don't know they want.
Right.
But really just looking at that and
Something
it's
creative
It's
and
very
interesting.
broad. Like it's not super anything deep. That's anything revolutionary yet, but
Mm-hmm.
it's. I'm currently at Georgia Tech, and finding solutions for stuff is sort of what I do. So
What's your major?
I do music technology.
Oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
a cool major.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think all of us of a certain age ended up doing some music technology
Yes, sir.
anyway.
Yes, sir.
Because it came at us.
Yep.
You know, I used to have a cymbal company, and the ads were $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and they were
Of
every
course.
month, and there was
Yeah.
4 or 5 or 6 of those magazines, and I started thinking maybe I should learn to do some video.
Yeah. No, dude, it's getting easier and
Save
easier
my
to do.
butt.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is like people don't realize how easy this is. We've got a Zoom
Yep.
and some handheld mics and a freaking telephone.
There you go.
And I have
That's all you
this
need.
expensive stuff at home. With some lights we're borrowing from the
Yeah.
store here, but
Yeah.
all this expensive stuff, you don't really need it most of the time.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're a drummer.
Yes, sir. I've been drumming for about 12 years now.
And what kind of stuff are you interested in?
Everything. I just had a gig on Friday with the Atlanta Swing Orchestra, played
yeah.
in 40s and 50s big band jazz.
I have a lot of experience with big band
Yeah.
music. I love big band music. Who's leading that band?
It's a guy named Skip Dolt. It's like a community band type deal, and we played at Dragon Con, which is
Really?
yeah. So we played at like they're teaching swing dancing classes.
They must have dug it.
Yeah, no, it was packed. But
So do you have influences from that? You're familiar with that history, or?
a little bit. I know you definitely.
Well, I'm a little older than you. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not even something I play a lot of combo, just with different combos and do that stuff. But I mean, my main regular gig is with the rock band, just doing rock stuff around Atlanta, around Athens, just around Georgia in general. But doing that stuff, and then, I like to be versatile. Just play whatever.
Yeah.
And do that.
We all end up being what they called hired guns.
Yep,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Whatever it is. What do I wear?
Yeah.
Do we get to eat?
I was wearing like a Star Trek shirt on Friday, so I was like, yeah, I'm here. I'm doing it.
All right. Yeah, I had a bebop gig on Friday.
Yeah, fantastic.
So a week before that, I was playing with a steel drum.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Yeah.
You never
I
know
mean,
what's coming your way.
anything rhythmically, like, steel drum or whatever. But even like I've been getting into bass guitar now or something like that. But just like, when you're a rhythm section person, just feeling whatever it may be, R&B, it could be funk, it could be jazz, it could be.
It's mostly an accompaniment.
Yeah.
Right? We
Yep.
we realize that, and we're happy doing that as rhythm section players.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you here
Yeah.
at the shop. I'm glad they have you on board.
Thank
I
you
think
so
you'll do
much.
great for them.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, take care. Back at the Atlanta Drum Shop, the coolest place in town, and I'm meeting the staff. So I'm just meeting you today. You work
Yeah.
at this shop, right?
I do.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Brandon. I'm pretty new to the shop, Brandon Scalzo. I've actually just moved up to Atlanta recently.
From where?
From Jacksonville, Florida.
Were you part of that school down there that all these kids are coming from?
I went to Duncan U. Fletcher High School. I was in the marching band and all that down there.
I meant
so.
there's a university there. That
Oh,
I'm
no,
meeting
no.
a lot of people today.
Yeah,
from.
no.
Okay.
No, I didn't do college or anything like that. I just went straight out of high school and then went into working, but
Uh-huh.
I was in a few bands after high school and all that.
And so you're a drummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the common bond here, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And what do you do for the shop?
I do a little bit of everything, just like Rip. I mean, I do restoration, sales, set up a bunch of these shelves that we got all the shell packs on, so a little bit of handiwork here and there. So
Groovy spot to land coming to Atlanta.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well actually. So it's been awesome. I mean, there's been a huge turnout with everybody coming
It's been
in.
a great day.
Yeah.
I think this shop is going to do very well.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
Mike
super
knows what
excited.
he's doing, and the staff is great. What kind of music do you play?
Mainly metal is like
Really?
a big part of what I play. So
As a drummer?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a hard music to play.
yeah, a lot of footwork.
A lot of physicality.
Yeah, a lot of hard hitting.
Yeah, I'm a little older, and what I realized is you can be an old man and play drums, but you can't play drums like an old man,
Yeah, that's true.
especially in your genre.
Yeah,
You know, you got to
definitely.
bring it every time.
Yeah, you got to do 110% every single time. So, but
Well, good for you, man.
it's awesome. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's been a great turnout. Like I said, I mean, I'm glad everyone's enjoying themselves.
No, I
It's-
meant that music on a
Oh
drum
yeah,
set.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's
Mhm.
good therapy too.
Yeah, no, it is definitely. You get a little bit angry, and then you play a little bit for 10 minutes, and then you're all good. You know?
It works.
Yeah.
It's better than other things you could do to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You just take it out on the drums.
All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping by, and I'll be seeing a lot of you in the store here.
Yeah, of course.
And good luck to you.
Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Sweet.
Michael Vosbine with Drummer Nation back on the floor of Atlanta Drum Shop with, and I think one of the cool things about drum shops is you get to meet a lot of people you didn't know before. So rather than pretend we've known each other forever, I'm going to say I just met you. What's your name, sir?
My name is Louis Newsom.
And you're from Atlanta? You live in Atlanta?
I've been living in Atlanta for 11 years now.
And you're a drummer?
Yes, sir.
Brings you here. That's right.
Yes, sir.
What kind of stuff do you do?
I'll do all kinds. I do jazz and R&B. I play at church. I'll do rock. You know, I've been blessed to play a lot of different genres.
Pros usually end up doing that, right?
Yes.
I was at a clinic with Daniel Glass once, and he said, a lot of pros out there. How many of you have played a country gig? Everybody's hand went up. How many of you played a rock gig?
Everybody's
How many of you have read a show? How many of you have played, a funk thing? Everybody. That's what we do, right?
Absolutely.
Hired gun, we like to play all the styles. What's your meat and potatoes, though?
My meat and potatoes right now is the gospel background church, and
that's very strong nowadays.
Yeah, it's that, and I would say probably under that would be like the smooth jazz, and under that would be R&B.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, did you learn how to play in church?
Yes, that's where I grew up. That's where I started.
They used to say for singers, you learned how to sing at a bar or a church.
Or at church, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It just puts you right on the spot, and you just got to know, you know.
You have a steady church gig or something?
Yes.
Oh, good for you.
Right now I'm playing at New Life Church in Decatur.
I grew up in Decatur. I went to Columbia High School.
Oh, nice.
Years
Okay.
and years ago.
Okay.
All right, so between freelancing and doing all the styles and your church gig, are you teaching a little too?
I was teaching very heavy during the pandemic.
Right.
But it kind of faded when pandemic.
We all did.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't do a gig for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I had done thousands. you
Yes,
know.
yes.
And you're thinking, gee, it can't be me.
Right.
I mean, I know I'm kind of a jerk sometimes, but hell, I've done 5,000 gigs. But we got through it, thankfully.
We did.
Yeah.
And once those doors opened, it was back to being out in the public.
Tell them
playing
your name
once
one
again.
more time.
My name is Louis Newsom.
And where would they find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at King_Louis LOUIS_07.
Beautiful. LOUIS, like Pops.
Yes.
Pops is Louis Armstrong.
Yes.
I mean, you and I know that.
But they may not.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Good
You're
luck to
very-
you.
Thank you.
All right. Michael Vosbine back on the floor of the newest, coolest drum shop in the world, Atlanta Drum Shop, with its proprietor, Mike Eckert. And who's this special guy?
This is Guy Michael.
Guy Michael.
And how old are you?
5.
And you're a drummer too?
Yes.
And your daddy owns a store?
Yes.
And you're going to be helping out?
Yes.
What's your specialty with drums? Do you like to play them?
Yes.
You like the whole drum set or just the snare drum or
Play.
the whole thing? You like cymbals too?
Yes.
That's great. Do you practice?
Yes.
Got to practice, don't you?
Yeah, to get lessons too.
Yeah, great. You having fun today?
Yes.
All right. You're a cheerful young man. What grade? You're not in school yet, are you?
I am in school.
What grade?
Kindergarten.
Oh, beautiful. Do you like it?
Yes.
Beautiful young man, Mike.
Yeah, thank you very much.
How's it? This is soft opening day. It seems
Soft
to be going
opening day?
great. Lots of people
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, the first hour was pretty unbelievable. The shop was absolutely packed, and then through lunch, I think people heard, "Hey, there's Chick-fil-A there," and so a lot of people came by. But
drummers and free food, you know that.
Yeah, drummers and free food. Yeah. And I'm happy to announce that we just sold the first drum set out of Atlanta Drum Shop. So really, really pleased about that.
Beautiful.
So yeah, today's been an exciting day, and just the sense of community already. People coming in and saying, "Wait, I know you," and then recalling how they know each other from playing in the same band or whatever. That's really what we want.
It's happened to me here today. Yeah.
Yeah.
People I forgot I knew, or we ran into each other.
Yeah.
Serendipitously. Tell everybody, come out and see these great drums.
Come out and see these great drums
at Atlanta Drum Shop.
At Atlanta Drum Shop.
There you go. Good job. Good man. Good job. Give me 5. All right.